slip that comes in there on Weah just as he was about to get a counter-attack going. Danish midfield player. Bologna have scored the opening goal fairly often in Serie A. They've done it 9 times. Only gone on to win 5 of those games. To sustain this for the full 90 minutes. Continue to go high, continue to put Conceição under pressure. Couldn't keep it in play. Pobega. Miranda, first time you can see the idea, and Doi was making the run. He's right in front of him.
He's keeping Kalulu busy. These diagonal runs, and Doi's been everywhere. When Castro chested it back to him, he struck that ball with such ferocity. Juventus now just need to get a bit of a footing in this game, because right now they're not able to keep possession of the opponent's half, string together more than a few passes, and even getting close to Skorupski's goal has been quite an arduous task.
Locatelli lofting in towards the run of Coop Miners, but alert defending there from Holm. Poor ball though out of midfielder from Tommaso Pobega. Conceição. Danilo in behind. Here is the young Portuguese getting around Pobega and into that area. Conceição, and back for the first time strike of Fagioli, who puts it over. A first real opening there for Juventus, and the midfielder couldn't keep his effort down.
Fagioli has to do better here. Conceição, finally, this is what Juventus fans have been begging for. A moment of brilliance from him. He sees that 6-yard box is congested. There's too many Bologna defenders in between him and his nearest option, so he just plays it back to the edge of the box where Fagioli's coming in from the midfield, and he had to put it on goal there. It was put on a golden platter for Fagioli. What a move from Conceição. That should have been the 1-1.
Here's Fagioli again. Coop Miners. And Conceição, edge of the area, dancing again beyond a couple. Conceição with a diving header away from Lukumi.
Chris, that was goal bound. That was going to sneak its way into the bottom corner if Skorupski couldn't get a touch. Conceição's back to looking unplayable.
Weah. This is much better from Juventus, finding the response after conceding the goal. Fagioli. Pierre Kalulu. Danilo. Cushion touch into Kalulu, who's got space to run into. Will go wide to Timothy Weah. His turn to run at his defender. Coming inside. Kalulu remains in the attack. Locatelli. And Fagioli will whip the cross in. Miners is there, the punch away from Skorupski, who did well to get in front of the Dutch midfield player. It's an awkward header, and Gatti's got work to do.
Much better spell from Juventus, though, in the last few minutes. This is what we were asking for. Way more dangerous in possession. The fans now going into the game. Off the ball, Conceição, he is always waving his hands up in the air. He's always demanding the ball, and for good reason.
Poor touch there from Coop Miners. Lukumi. Some frustration there from Sam Bukema. The way that Bologna are building up to regain a foothold in the game. They've allowed Juventus to attack a bit more, keep it a bit more. This is where Bologna likes to be.
He's got good passing range, doesn't he, Bokema? You can see why Thiago Motta loves him so much. Not only a good defender, but someone who's very able at building up play from the back.
Thrown will be put into play, but there's that second ball on the pitch. Thiago Motta expressing his frustration in the dugout. talking to there from the referee. Monta just losing his head a bit there, was screaming towards the playing surface. On a cold evening in Turin, just off the Alps here. Wind is coming across. Weah up against home. That's the standout moment of the match so far, as Weah felt he was tripped. The fans felt he was tripped. And on we go. Fagioli. Locatelli was coming under pressure, and Rui put him in a bad spot. Has managed to keep it. Here's Gatti. Vlahovic and Conceição. Poke beyond Lukumi and kept in a dangerous area. He's going to be given as a free kick.
What's dangerous about Conceição is he's not these one-footed wingers like an Arjen Robben type that's always looking to cut inside. That's obviously what he prefers to do, but we've seen him time and time again this season go to the outside on his weaker right foot and play it an assist or a dangerous ball. Makes it very difficult for a defender to know where to force him. He can hurt you either way.
Doi wrestling there with Rui, who's had a lot to do since coming on. Pull the shirt there. He'll be given as a free kick. Good preseason with Juventus in the summer. Played with Juve Next Gen, new team that's come into Juventus in the last couple of years, meant to help younger players come along. It's decent here from Weah and Vlahovic. And return back towards Vlahovic. Fantastic first touch. Dusan Vlahovic turning in the area and trying the cutback. There was nobody on. Well defended there by Bologna.
Well, the first touch worked out brilliantly for him, but what ensued, not as clinical. He's been very quiet today, Vlahovic.
Flip into the heels there.
Some comments from Vlahovic during the last international break when he went off with his national team, Serbia, where he was saying that on the Serbian national team, he likes playing alongside another striker, and basically not running as much, that he loses a lot of his clarity. That touch was perfect. Right there, it just gets a bit awkward, doesn't it? Gets stuck underneath his feet, the ball. And he's going for the fancy cross across goal, but doesn't make its way there. He's had his ups and downs, inconsistency since joining from Fiorentina. He's missed a lot of easy chances, Vlahovic. But when he's at his best, he's proven to be somebody who can give you over 20 goals in a Serie A season.
Home. Freuler chipped in behind, but let's go out of play here for a goal kick. Watched by Kalulu. Bologna getting the goal on the half hour through Dan and Doi. I got 3 in 2 games. Genzo Italiano said in the build-up to this game he felt that Doi could have had many more by now. Gets into great positions. Just has to put them away as Dominguez. Eventually given as a throw into Juve. Locatelli couldn't keep it. A strong tackle in from Danilo. Not the pass out ball. Fagioli just about got it. And now Weah to turn on the jets to keep it in play ahead of home. Plenty of space here for Fagioli. Towards that area, Vlahovic will leave for Weah. Thought about a strike. Has to help it on and has given it away. Now the 2 Argentines running by themselves, Dominguez and Castro. Waiting for the rest of the cavalry to arrive. Loose there from Miranda, and Conceição is going to go pressurizing. So loosen towards that penalty area, and Conceição gave it away.
Conceição showing that he's got considerably more pace than Miranda. Miranda does just enough to force the foul and play that back pass to Skorupski. Perfect start from Italiano's men.
ideal scoreline for Vincenzo Italiano, manager of Bologna, heading into the break. Coming together there with Vlahovic and Ukema. Doy. Referee let it all go. Which would represent Juventus' first defeat of the season. Played 14, won 6 and drawn 8. No losses yet in Serie A. Another free kick given to Bologna. They wanted to take it quickly, but referee wasn't quite ready for the restart from Freuler.
Scored some spectacular goals this season. Bologna's number 9, Castro. He's always fighting for the job. It's never supposed to be him from the start. It's supposed to be the big money acquisition from Toulouse, Dalinga.
Doy, low delivery in towards that area. Locatelli repelling. Cook Miners just can't get there. Cook Miners, a player that's come under scrutiny. Big money signing, $58 million in the summer from Atalanta. Just hasn't quite hit the ground running as yet.
And sadly, the predicted lineup from the summer, which was a midfield of Kefren Turan, Douglas Luiz, and Tim Cook Miners, we haven't seen them together. Douglas Luiz has hardly played, and when he has, he's been really poor, it must be said.
Not yet available from the bench. Bologna have it again through Dominguez. Had the run on, but has to cut inside. Well, line the area, Odegaard into that back post, and Castro down, and Fagioli away.
Jonas Ruiz got to take care of that ball a bit more. That was a cheap giveaway from the defender who had to come on for Cambiaso.
Similarly, cheap giveaway there from Vlahovic. So it looked like Juve were finding a way out. Lukumi. Pobega. Kalulu watched it go down and then poked it into Fagioli. Unorthodox, if effective, way to keep the ball there for Juve. Minimum of 3 minutes added at the end of the first half. Ball around the corner, and Cook Miners is in some space, taking up a good position. Danilo. Vlahovic making a run in behind, but goes wide with Conceição. Towards that byline, Chico Conceição.
Dominguez has got to get back there with Miranda to double up on Conceição. Number 7's doing what he wants with Miranda. One-on-one, it's not many fullbacks that can stop him.
Cook Miners, Dutch midfield player. Tries to go forward, but nowhere to really find a pass.
A quiet game from Cook Miners as well.
Yet to register a shot on target in the game. Way up. Well into Conceição, returns the favor. Way now in the penalty area. Whip that cross into that 6-yard box. Now a chance here for Locatelli. And Cook Miners chipping into Vlahovic! And it's a great save from Skorupski, and the follow is wide. That ball in from Teo Cook Miners was absolutely sublime, but Vlahovic couldn't apply the finish.
Look at this again from Cook Miners. There's the genius. That's the kind of passes he was playing routinely when he was at Atalanta. Velvet first touch. Look at that. Little chip over the top. Perfectly into stride from Vlahovic, who still had everything to do from that position. It's a tight angle. And Skorupski is getting much-deserved flowers there. What a save. And what a pass.
First save he's had to make in the entirety of the match. Comes up when required. It was hit at him with real pace. Dusan Vlahovic has 6 goals in the 12 games he started in Serie A this season. Missed a couple with an injury. First big opening for him. Gatti will slide back to Perin. Full reaction coming from pit side here at the Allianz Stadium in Torino. Poppy Miller, Marco Messina, Mike Grella with their thoughts coming up in our halftime report. Danilo lost it and commits the foul. Matteo, your thoughts on these 45 minutes we've seen?
Oh, Bologna has been the better side with their pressing, their possession. There's been little spurts from Juventus when Conceição's gotten on the ball, especially. And Vlahovic with a golden chance.
Osayi Samuel. Kahveci. It's a really bad pass from Kahveci. Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva. He's down, that's a foul, and the yellow card is out of the packet for Alexander Dziko. This is the second yellow card of the entire game.
Fenerbahçe takımında sarı kart oyuncu 6 numaralı formasıyla Alexander Dziko.
Rafa Silva to deliver, and we will see the extra time in a minute. Here is the whistle, Rafa Silva, it's a curvy one into the box. Semikalitsoy, now Sherendor, maybe a chance, Sherendor blocked by Akaiden. Tosun and Chamberlain, they're fighting for the same ball. It's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's going for the corner kick. Kalitsoy. Sherendor. To Masuaku. Chamberlain. Sherendor. Semih with a touch. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is down, no fouls. Cenk Tosun. Now it's a foul. Mehmet Türkmen, after he saw his fourth official signal, he blown his whistle. Now the change is ready for Beşiktaş. For Rafa Silva. And Esmucci is coming on. 6 minutes added on at the end of the game in Tüpraş Stadium in Beşiktaş. Ernest Mucci is on. This is also the 5th substitution for Toprak Tepe. Masuaku will take the free kick. He's still waiting, like Simon Banza. Kahveci. İrfan Can Kahveci to Yusuf En-Nesyri. Zainuddinov. Bahtiyar Zainuddinov. It was a clearance from the Uzbekistan international player. Dominik Livakovic. It's the second extra time. 4 to go. Zainuddinov. It's Kalitsoy. Finds Jetson, but the sliding tackle by Alexander Dziko. Livakovic again. Maybe another chance for Fenerbahçe to equalize off the scoreboard. Amrabat Long one for El Nesiri. Chamberlain. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who is a star. 10 years ago, he played many games with Arsenal jersey. North London derbies. On the left-hand side, it's a pass in. Sharendur. It's a reverse touch, and the corner kick is going to be taken by Fenerbahçe, by Dusan Tadic, I think. Tadic, he sends it in. Header down there. There's a player who is lying there. This is Ernest Muçi going for the goal. It's a sliding tackle to the ball by Oğuz Aydın. Livakovic. Now Mehmet Türkmen blowing his whistle for the injury. Ernest Muçi is injured after Oğuz Aydın's sliding tackle. That was a touch by Oğuz Aydın on the sliding tackle. So it will be an air ball from the referee. Dominik Livakovic. Akaydın to Bright Osay Samuel. İrfan Can. Terrible first touch from the Kahveci. Masuaku for Kılıçsoy. Kılıçsoy's foul to Bright Osay Samuel. Alexander Ciku. We are in the 5th extra time. Header by Nesiri. Tadic. Dusan Tadic. One-on-one with Jonas Svensson. Tadic finds Aydın. Oğuz Aydın. He is with a cross. A header. It's off the post. Another chance maybe for Fenerbahçe. Bright Osay Samuel can't find a chance to shot. It's Kılıçsoy on the sliding tackle, and that could be the end of the game. Ernest Muçi going to finish the game now. Ernest Muçi, one-on-one, what a save by Livakovic. He saved Fenerbahçe, and that's a foul by Jetson Fernandez. This is the yellow, because he kicked the ball after the whistle, and he received the red card. After his second yellow, Jetson Fernandez has been sent off by the official. We can't call it a derby if we are not seeing a red card. And here is the red card for Jetson Fernandez. Beşiktaş are 10 men on the pitch in the last 1 minute. It's a quick take by Dominik Livakovic, Sofyan Amrabat. Everybody is so close to the Beşiktaş box now. Kahveci makes it into the blast. Header by Ciku. This is Sharendur. It's an offside. This is not the extra time also. So Günok will take the indirect free kick after the offside decision by the official. Beşiktaş, they are so close for their Bosphorus derby victory. Günok to send the long one. This is the 8th extra time. Günok's long one for Kılıçsoy. Ciku with the header, Şerendur. One-on-one with Kahveci and Chamberlain. Alexander Ciku. Svensson with the touch. Semih Kılıçsoy. It's a big chance for Beşiktaş. Kılıçsoy, it's a one-on-one. Kılıçsoy, and he scores! But he flag is up. Offside. He is offside. It's still 1-0 for Beşiktaş. They are 10 men on the field. They are ready to celebrate the Bosphorus Derby victory, but there is still plenty of time in front of Fenerbahçe, and they get a 1-man advantage on the pitch. Livakovic, he is waiting to kick the ball to Beşiktaş's box. Sofyan Amrabat. Sofyan Amrabat sends a long one into the box, headed by Chamberlain. Kahveci. Kahveci to the Moroccan. Sofyan Amrabat cuts it into the back. It's a chance maybe, Zainuddinov. And here is the ending whistle. That's the...
And that is a victory for Beşiktaş. They have just won.
Fernandes by Garnacho, out by Milenkovic. Garnacho slithered, and the referee has protected him. More than that, he's taking an aim. Kind of shot of Silva.
It seemed like there's an awful lot going on there. Didn't see that, did we? Not from this angle.
Shota Silva feeling that the world is conspiring against him at the moment. Evidence of the blow that he took to his mouth. A bloodied tooth or two. And now a free kick awarded against him. There's a chaos factor here, swirling wind, driving rain in the eyes of defenders.
He's going to get one right sooner or later, Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes going pacily towards the near post, led by Elliot Anderson and bundled behind.
Good angled ball in, and just a little bit more height on that.
Elliot Anderson, the boy who came down from Newcastle. Again, Fernandes to the near post, this time away by Williams, and the whistle has gone.
And if they put that down, the last two, near post to the wind, you're right, it must be. He's a quality ball striker, he normally can put it where he wants it. There's the push near post, but again the ball was short. Must be knocking it down off the stand.
Jello, the guilty party. Past the half-hour mark, Manchester United trailed very early. Milenkovic, but they equalised pretty promptly. Højlund.
Hudson-Odoi and Jota Silva with a shot which took a nick, did it, on its way out? I think it did. It's a corner.
Yeah, it was got something on it, got really close, gives the ball away there, but makes up for it with this block. It's quick on Jota's first touch. He's been involved in quite a bit, Jota, of late, hasn't he?
Elliot Anderson to take.
Martinez has got him again.
In by Anderson. Jota Silva, Murillo! The other centre-half.
Well, again, it ends up at the far post, and the pull back to Murillo's almost perfect. He knows it's coming, he's getting his leg ready, just missing on that outside. Whether Onana would have got there, probably.
Well, Nuno Espirito Santo, and indeed Nottingham Forest's hardcore support, would say that their success to this point this season has largely been built around those two central defenders. Murillo and Milenkovic have become quite a formidable pair. They're both great adventurers too. We saw a bit of Murillo in previous seasons. He's a lot of fun when he gets the ball at his feet and goes off wandering.
He's had one already, didn't he? First couple of minutes he went on a mazy. It definitely looks like a set-piece night for Nottingham Forest.
Which was at best inconvenient for Tallow.
It was a bit of a better press from Forest. They're still a little bit short in that midfield, a bit reluctant to come away from Fernandes. Anderson, he doesn't want to leave him, and yet the press is on in front of him. You just got to trust your back four to pick up what's behind you.
Nice throw for Anderson. Murillo. Deft little ball in for Anderson. His shot earns Forest another corner.
Good ball from Murillo. Just a little disguised pass, edge of the box.
Anderson, as mentioned, out of the far northeast. They'll have days like this on the Whitley Bay coast. Wood, Milenkovic, Murillo, and in front of them Yates. Four instinctively aggressive footballers waiting to attack the corner, which Anderson takes. Fernandes heads away. Williams. Line up. Licked away from Wood. Murillo. Jota. Williams. Outsteps Martinez. On moves Mainu. Fernandes deals with the football so beautifully, but then his pass is read by Aina. Gibbs White. Hudson-Odoi from the other side. Gibbs White was running onto it, but Hoyland was defensively attentive, and United can counter again with Bruno Fernandes and Alejandro Garnacho. Ahmad is galloping forward too. Garnacho, Fernandes, Garnacho. Not a problem for Sells.
The pass was hit with pace from Fernandes to Garnacho, and almost outpaced all the United forwards trying to catch up. Garnacho had to wait.
The day perhaps when, meteorologically speaking at least, Ruben Amorim learns the difference between Lisbon and Manchester.
Get used to it.
It's not like this on the sandy beaches of Cascais.
It's not always like this, Peter.
No,
just mostly.
True. Could have some lovely days watching cricket at the other Old Trafford. Another Manchester United set piece, over which Bruno Fernandes can look to conjure. Euro forward, De Ligt forward. Flicked in by Fernandes. Dallo round the back, Sells intervened, got a claw on it. Back in by De Ligt. And ferried away by Hudson-Odoi so that Anderson can clear. Ugarte. It's a smart ball for Bruno Fernandes. Højlund. Sturdy challenge and is backed by Milenkovic. It's a free kick.
He has with his distribution.
Danilo. Conceição. Doi forcing Weah into the tackle after Timothy Weah gave it away. It's more like his preferred position. It's how the Juventus has been asked to play at wing back and even at times in this season as the center forward. Likes to be in those wide areas, but hasn't contributed much so far. Odegaard and Locatelli, a strong win in the middle. Gets it back from Vlahovic with a poor return in towards Cook Miners. Almost too tight there, the Juventus players. No spacing as Rui stepped up to win the ball and got too much there. Dan and Doi.
Oh, here's a red. Someone on the bench? Chris, what's going on? Thiago Motta.
Yeah, Thiago Motta.
Yeah.
He's walking down the tunnel. The manager of Juventus has been sent off.
A few too many things he said.
And we didn't see it in the first half. We didn't see a yellow card in the first half. And so, just one too many there from the manager. In his first game that he manages against his former team, gets sent off.
I don't think the Juventus fans care what that black mark says, Chris. What did you say it was? Abuse versus the referee?
Yep.
Oh, they're not abiding by it.
Let's bring in our rules expert, Christina Uncle. Christina, fair enough to give the manager a red card there?
Yeah, from the outside looking in, it probably was abusive language that was being used, which is an automatic red card now within the laws of the game that were updated about 2 years ago.
Thank you, Christina. Rui. So, Juventus without their leader in the dugout. And the players respond anyway.
Thiago Motta upset with the last two fouls.
Good fucking behind. Odegaard is in for two for Bologna. Scored! Rui. So, Juventus without their leader in the dugout. And the players respond anyway.
Thiago Motta upset with the last two fouls.
Good fucking behind. Odegaard is in for two for Bologna. Scored!
Only moments after that Thiago Motta red card. Another disaster here at the back. Locatelli's clearance. Bokuma steps up to just get in front of the striker. And it's his ball which sets it all up. But, I mean, that back heel from Castro, he nearly set up Ndoye in the first half with a chest down. This is pure magic here. Ingenuity. What a touch that is. Are you kidding me? Through the legs of Gatti. And then Pobega, who's one of the two holding midfielders, just needs to get the final touch, and it's one of a striker. Little chip over the top. He saw Perin rushing out. Bokuma started it, stepping inside, winning the ball back after Locatelli tried to clear it. And Castro with a world-class back heel touch that leads to an assist. What a performance from Bologna here in Torino.
The free kick there as Rui goes to ground. Castro, who had a hat trick of assists in that midweek Coppa Italia win over Monza, showing the full breadth of his skill set. What a young player Bologna appeared to have on their hands. Joined in January from Vélez Sarsfield in Argentina, who now lead the domestic Argentine league. Dominguez has recovered and will take the strike on, and straightforward catch there for Perin. Really a magnificent individual effort there in Bologna, again starting the half superbly. Rui. Gatti. Locatelli. He's really struggled to distribute from the base of that midfield. So we'll go for the long ball towards Conceição. Miranda, cool as you like, nodding back to Skorupski. It's been as regular as they come in Serie A over the last 7 seasons since joining from Roma. He's only missed 25 games in the last 7 years, starting in goal for Bologna. Rui. Cole Miner's going to go chasing. He did get a piece with that ball from Bukuma.
Yildiz and Kefren Thuram are the two players warming up for Juventus. Expect them to be the subs coming on shortly, just to get some fresh legs in Yildiz for some attacking threat. This is some personality shown by Bologna to come to the stadium against Juventus and show them no respect with the way that they're playing and the way they've been set up.
Conceição trying to work down that right side. It's away there from John Lukumi. Smashes it away. Would be a first Serie A defeat in 15 for Juventus. Have drawn a lot of games, but yet to suffer defeat in Serie A. They've only lost once all season. Was in the Champions League, but trying to change the hair. Cook Miners and the Dusan Vlahovic, the block coming in from Lukumi.
Second time Cope Miners has put in a perfect ball for Dusan Vlahovic.
And another return ball, this time in from Cope Miners. Low and driven, but claimed by the Bologna goalkeeper. Lukumi will now take his time to get up. And the medical staff will be waved on. Here, another look at that goal for Bologna. First time into Castro. First time into Odegaard. And what a finish it is.
All starts from Bokuma, winning the ball. Locatelli had just tried to play into the striker. I mean, Castro from that position has really had everything to do. Vision from the striker. And Pobega from his holding midfield position, making the run all the way forward and showing a real clinical touch, which didn't really know was part of his game.
Sensational. His first goal for Bologna. Joined them on loan from Milan ahead of the season.
That was Giovanni Fabian, talented midfielder for Bologna that just got some instructions from Italiano. Fabian's about to come in.
And we'll see both teams go to their benches. Locatelli. Kalulu. Conceição dancing on that far side, but a free kick is given first. The Juventus crowd are very frustrated throughout the match with some of the decisions. This time, is that arm up high in there? On Miranda?
Just seemed to rake Miranda. It wasn't too much contact, but more than that play, there's been more of the pattern of a few soft fouls that have been called for Bologna players going down. The referee is bitten every time. And Thiago Motta already disgruntled, maybe said a few too many words, but the Juventus players as well have been very frustrated, from Vlahovic to Conceição, who's still going berserk here. And a few of the times I've agreed with the Juventus players. I think there's been some of those little tiny fouls. There's not enough contact to stop the game, stop the flow of the match.
It will be Odegaard to make way for the introduction of Giovanni Fabian. You mentioned he could be coming in here.
And he's going to be more of an attacking midfield type player, creative, good technical ability.
Will be Juventus to have possession. Kalulu. Locatelli is hitting it high. Conceição, the smallest player on the pitch, was never going to get to it. Enjoy. Let's run through midfield there from Miranda. And now Benja Dominguez. Edge of the area, slipped into Miranda, tries that low ball into Castro, but the window closed. Juventus, though, again, needing to defend 2 goals behind. Whip into that near post, and it comes all the way through, and still the chance is there for the third. Header coming in from Bukema. Nothing able to be directed towards goal.
This is what I mean, 2-0 up, Chris. Everyone's still forward for Bologna. They haven't really dropped back to adopt any sort of defensive shape. And still Juventus struggling to get any sort of rhythm and possession. It's just not good enough from the home side.
Gatti. Fagioli. Now Conceição. Juventus get at least one back in towards Danilo, and comes on through for Miners. The bit of attacking invention, and Juventus needed to get back into the game. Danilo for Teo Miners, his first Serie A goal for Juventus, draws them a goal closer.
No one needed this more than Turco Miners. Good build-up, great pull back there. Conceição just finds overlapping run from Danilo, puts it on a golden platter. And Cup Miners from that position. There's no way he can miss. He's far too good. A midfielder that'll give you double-digit goals. And that's number one, a much-needed number one for his confidence. Heard some criticism in recent weeks, and he's trying to really support the rest of the team and tell them, come on, there's still plenty of time to mount a comeback. It's already on the list for one of the great Dutch goal scorers in Serie A. Some amazing names in front of him on that list.
Now a double change coming for Juventus as well. Kefren Turam get ready to enter. Before that, there's an indication that this goal is going to be checked for offside. Kenan Yildiz will also come in for Fagioli, so a completely remade midfield.
Look at the body language from Cup Miners. He's still going around hugging everyone, high-fiving, barking out instructions. It feels like a completely new player, rejuvenated. His body language, everything changing after just one goal.
What a welcome relief that'll be to Teo Cup Miners. First goal for Juventus in Serie A. Already at 26 in his career. His advantage is given here, and a chance for Fabian to get going forward. Miranda. Slipped neatly into Castro. Will go in behind into Dominguez, but Gatti was in the way. Now down the line, Weah will go chasing, but
it's good pace.
Milholm is there first.
Weah's very quick. That's impressive from Holm to get in front of him at the last second.
Throw in to come. Dominguez is floated all over. Strong tackle in there from Cup Miners.
Being here in person, Chris, it's astounding Bologna's fitness levels, huh? How much they've been able to just keep this fervent press up. Even in the latter stages of the second half, we've seen it time and time again this season. They do not let up.
Enjoy. Tackle coming in from Danilo and Turam, emerging with it, and Conceição is taken off. Vlahovic,
and what a step from Bokema. He's won yet another one in the midfield. And that was dangerous because if Vlahovic had been able to lay it off to Conceição, he was making a really good run at the far end of your pitch. But again, Bokema's been plastered all over Vlahovic. He's hardly allowed him to breathe. Time and time again, just either stepping in front of him or making it awkward for the striker to latch onto the ball cleanly.
It's the third time that Bokema has won it back out of defense. Now, too much time taken over this throw, and the judgment of the fans here. Decent first touch towards goal, but Fabian ran out of real estate, and Perin wants to get Juve going again. Interesting to see the setup here for Juventus, with Yildiz coming into that midfield area rather than being out wide where he often is. Weah. Well kept there by Vlahovic. And now here is Kenan Yildiz. Slipped in behind into Rui. His cross is lifted in his catching practice for Skorupski.
Should have been played earlier. Cup Miners was screaming for the ball. And instead it goes out wide for the fullback.
Heard there that intake of breath from the crowd when Yildiz got on the ball. One of the young stars here at Juventus, 19 years of age. of the team store. His name and his number are on the back. Promising young players at this club. Free kick given to Bologna. They'll just want to cool the temperature of the game, particularly after conceding that goal. It in behind, in towards the run of Castro, but Gatti was in the way. Koopmeiners with a lovely touch. The second one wasn't what was needed, and Dominguez is poked in behind. Fabian got to it first. The tackle came in.
And you see all this clumsiness, Chris, all this danger. It's still because of that Bologna press. Just making things awkward every time Juventus want to build out from the back. And Gatti just got there in time because Fabian was about to take a touch into the box and have a go at Perin.
Here Kalulu trying to run to disorganize that defense. Will go long, but well tracked there, well recovered there in that midfield. Turn there from Holm, who was spoke about, was able to step in and win it. And Ndoye, who switched flanks and can slide in Miranda, who whipped the cross in and sent back to him there from Danilo, and it went off of Miranda as well. And out for the throw. Juventus coming into the game with a sterling defensive record, only conceded 8 goals, but given away 2 more. Can't give away a third now. They want to get something from it. Vlahovic looked to be on his way, but seemed to be taken down almost by his own man there. And Yildiz is on goes Dominguez. He has a window to strike, and the save there from Perin, who can't pounce upon it.
That's good direct play. Pushes it onto his left foot. Kefren Turam just couldn't get there to close down the angle.
Now Danilo and Conceição. Interchanging there, right back and right winger. Conceição now towards that byline. He'll try and get the cross in. Lukumi off the chest, and Koopmeiners, who was threatening but couldn't win it back. Gatti letting it run. And Juve go again. With the roars of the crowd behind them. Rui. Kalulu. Juventus got one. Can they fully come from behind or at least get something from this game? Bologna will be hanging on to a precious victory. One you do not expect to get at the start of the season. Away at Juventus. Ball long from Perin. It's really going nowhere. Flick on there from Fabian. It's late from Kalulu. He'll get a booking for it. Deserved there as Giovanni Fabian had gotten the beating of him. They make a ton of contact though. There's Thiago Motta having been sent off.
He sat next to us.
I thought you were being serious. It's got to be somewhere around here. Lukumi out wide. Just a bit too heavy there towards Miranda. Juve will want to get going quickly to take advantage. First, they've got to connect passes. Thuram drifting through that midfield. It's just about kept it, but Danilo couldn't. Put Miners with a touch. That's better. Confrontations happening all over the pitch. Yildiz with patience. Timothy Weah now edge of the penalty area. Cutting inside. Weah hits it into his teammate Yildiz, who has to sprint to keep it in play, which he can't do. And who knows where that effort might have been going.
It's a good job by Colt Miners winning the ball back in the midfield. He's been constantly harassed in possession. There's clearly a memo from Italiano. Always have a body shadowing Colt Miners. Don't let him get on the ball in the midfield. And every time they've gone to him, you can see he's quickly hurried down by one or two players. But that time he won both of the challenges. He was able to break free. Led to a decent opportunity.
Dominguez. Lovely sombrero touch over the defender. Castro whipping it through that area, going slicing out of play.
Been impressed by the two Argentines. They've shown a lot of flair, technical ability, trickiness from Dominguez, the creativity of Castro, the number 9. This is dangerous here.
Still the attempt to play out from the back. You see it all over the world.
There you go. This is amazing, though. In the second half, Bologna's relentless pressure, that causes a throw-in, and Bologna get the ball back deep in Juve's half. It's been the same story throughout the game. Just this diabolical, constant pressure. Must be so frustrating to play against.
When Juventus have tried to go direct, it has not gone brilliantly, as they do here. Vlahovic does flick on, but there was Pobega. Just sends it back to where it came. Heading again long, this time won by Home and Doy. Yildiz harrying, but on goes Doy. So good at keeping possession, as he does there, by poking it away for a throw. Into the final quarter of an hour of this game. And Bologna well poised to get a famous victory. Lifted in towards that area and flicked on there from Fabian. Came straight for the Juventus goalkeeper Perin, and off goes Thuram, and Castro getting his full money's worth, and yellow card coming. And Thuram wasn't going in to be frustrated there. He was going in to put the ball back in play.
And Bangula and Savona about to come in for Juve. Yeah, a little bit extra there from Castro just to make sure that the referee saw the tactical foul. He's called everything before this. I don't know what took so long for him to whistle that particular play.
Conceição. It's going to be given as a free kick. Too much in it from Juan Miranda. Weah.
For Bologna, Moro and the striker Dalinga about to come in.
Weah. How back he is to help this build up. Coming out to this right side now with Conceição. Goes beyond Freuler and plays with Weah, who will give it back to him. It's a build-up play here for Juventus. Conceição put the whip cross in. It's away from Lukumi. Well read there at the back. Kalulu just about kept by Rui. Yildiz on the turn. Pulled there by Holm. On he goes. Kenan Yildiz. What can he pick out? He hits it into Holm. We'll just have to keep it here. The late tackle in there from Emil Holm. On we go. And eventually the yellow card will come out and a free kick awarded. Bologna racking up the yellow cards now.
And he said he got some of the ball, unless getting Yildiz' boot shaped like a ball. He's got a point.
It'll be Kut Miners to send in the free kick. Dusan Vlahovic hopes to get on the end of something. Former Young Player of the Year in Serie A breakout Fiorentina. Joined Juventus for $80 million. And he provide the impact here. Kut Miners lifting into that area. Thuram is there. Sends it over the bar. Bokumas remain down. Crowd doesn't terribly appreciate it. And now we'll get a slew of substitutions. And it does look like the American Tinway has run his race. He will come off, as will Federico Gatti, for the double change of Nicolo Savona and Samuel Mbangula, a pair of players that come through at the club.
Yeah, Savona's been one of the regulars at right back. And Mbangula, he started off the season well, came up from the next gen, was a surprise inclusion at the start of the season. And remember, he scored even, and it was a switch for Bologna, Pobega and Castro. Castro, who did so well with the assist, the back heel to find Pobega, who got his first goal of the season. Interesting players coming on in Dalinga. He was the big money signing, the direct replacement for Joshua Zirkzee, who went to Manchester United. And as Italiano told us midweek, Dalinga's just had a tough time adapting to Serie A, but all he's wanted to do is give him confidence that the goal will eventually come. He's too good to not start scoring.
Header on there from Fabian. Vlahovic. Conceição. It's away there from Miranda. So we'll see if this group of players can provide the impact required. Juventus have used their full allotment of changes. Rui lifting into that channel. Mbangula made a run into it. Have to play this header out the other side. Now Rui into that area. Low cross could come through for Kut Miners, but smashed away.
It's a good first involvement for Moro. He tracked the run of Kut Miners, was always blocking the path to the midfielder.
Kalulu. And again, Conceição. So much of the pitch, and Kalulu takes the space afforded to him. Will send it in towards that area. Took a deflection, but comes for Vlahovic, who lifts it into that area. Mbangula fighting for it. Edge of the area now. Pierre Kalulu, who stayed forward from center back. Whipped into that area. Kut Miners went for it.
Bokumas won every single ball.
On we go. Thuram. And Mbangula in the penalty area. Goes beyond the defender. He goes over, but the referee is going to say no. If that's the case, he could easily give yellow here for simulation. As it is, it's a goal kick. That's that back leg, maybe.
Oh, it's that left leg of home which got up a little bit. But it's just gotten the nick on the boot of Mbangula. And now there's a fight breaking out. What's going on here?
Vlahovic hitting face to face there. Players have to be separated. Now the referee is going to have a word here. There's a yellow card shown for Vlahovic for his involvement. Let's bring in our rules expert, Christina Unkel. We have a pair of yellow cards and a penalty shot. How do you see it all, Christina?
So the double yellow card, good in the sense of being able to calm down that kind of fight and that frustration, one for each. That's great. Now going to the penalty decision itself, from that angle, behind the camera angle, I'm good with no penalty. That being said, the next question is, do we give a yellow for simulation here? If the referee feels that there's some slight of contact, but it doesn't rise yet to the level of a penalty, then we will not be giving a yellow for simulation here. So if that is in the mind of the referee, then that would be the reason why no yellow is being issued, because even though there's contact, it's not contact enough for it to be a penalty, let alone a foul. And I think that's what the referee has ended up in that decision, which I am comfortable with. If there's another angle that shows clearly there's no contact, then we would have liked a simulation, but it's a very hard angle to get from a referee's angle in active play.
Well said as always from Christine Onkel. Samuel Illing Jr. just came on, Il Grande Ex, former Juventus player.
He comes in.
Aston Villa, back on loan to Serie A with Bologna.
And he'll go in down that left side, coming in for Benja Dominguez. Also saw the introduction of Stefan Posch for Emil Holm. So both teams have used their full allotment of changes. 5 afforded in total. Danilo. And Vlahovic does flick on, but no one there to take advantage. Go back to Skorupski. Juventus staring down the barrel of their first defeat of the season. Tackle coming in there from Kalulu, who tried to help it on its way out. Will be a monumental Bologna win. Forward there from Posch. Rui. That late tackle coming in. Now Juventus will go again. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the 90. Savona is making a run into the channel, but Illing Jr. backtracking, winning the header. Conceição. Spraying it across, but given away to Ndoye. Kalulu, a needed win back for Juventus. Bangula. Tricky piece. Yildiz. Wide from Bangula, can keep it in play. Helped on for Koop Miners. Yildiz. Cycling runs around him. Here's Chico Conceição, who again loses possession.
That's a poor giveaway. Everyone forward for Juventus. Some really clever footwork from Kenan Yildiz in the build-up.
Strong in from Koop Miners, referee letting it go. Fabian went to ground, and now the referee is going to invite the medical team to potentially come on here and stop play. Koop Miners sucked that boot out. Yeah, and he did get a healthy chunk there of Fabian, didn't he?
Yeah.
Looks like even as a foul in real time, the referee would point to himself and say, my bad, I believe he got help there from the fourth official. Here, look at the Juventus goal from Theo Koop Miners. That has them in with a shout. Koop Miners encourage the crowd to get involved then, and will do so again here as the amended decision is indeed a free kick to Bologna. So the fourth official who stood right there getting involved, helping the referee to give that as a free kick. Won by Danilo, Savona. Danilo going into that central defensive area. Bologna would love just to knock it around here, keep it for a bit, come under pressure, but will back themselves to play through it. Posch into that channel, and Ndoye goes running. Rui and Kalulu. One of them has to deal with it. Does Rui get a touch? Now it's given us a goal kick, and Ndoye, well, that should have been a corner. isn't much time left now for Juventus. Live by the motto fino alla fine, all the way to the end. We'll often leave it late. It results in dramatic style. So much talk in the build-up to this game that Juventus have drawn too many games at this point. The draw might be a welcome result. Perin. Header one there. And neatly from Buchanan out down the line. Vlahovic has that positional advantage. He'll send it low. It's dealt with by Lukumi, who's well placed. It's away for a corner. Taken short with Koop Miners. Gives back to Kenan Yildiz. And Mangula. Not really looking like we're up to much, and frustration goes all the way back to Rui.
I mean, that's just a wasted opportunity. You have everyone forward and you go back to the midfield.
Yildiz
not in a dangerous position anymore. I don't get that whatsoever.
Couldn't turn beyond Ndoye. Illing Jr. Now Rui has to fight him off, and Danilo will go back to Perin. Now that opportunity fully wasted. Nicolo Savona. Bologna seeking to close out their first win against Juventus in 25 attempts in Serie A. Shoving the back into Yildiz. Referee gives a free kick, but Juve will have to get on with it. Pierre Kalulu. Chipping towards that middle, but it's an easy win back there for Freuler. Wasn't what was needed. Miranda taking no chances. Smashing into the night sky here in Torino. Frigid air as it's nodded away for a throw. A minimum of 5 minutes added at the end of this second half. 5 minutes for Juventus to claw back and avoid defeat for the first time this season. Off of Ndoye, but also off of Rui. It's out for a throw. Vincenzo Italiano, demonstrative as ever in the dugout. The manager of Bologna. Thuram, harried there. On there from the substitute Moro. And kept here by Miranda. That's loose, it's given away, and Savona will take a step forward and hit into space, and Vlahovic is in a foot race now with Lukumi. He'll get there first. Into the penalty area, Dusan Vlahovic. Slid across, and Mangula! Sending this crowd into delirium! Samuel Mangula has clawed back a point for Juventus! His second goal of his young Serie A career. An absolutely massive equalizer for the old lady.
Credit the run from Dusan Vlahovic. Wins the foot race against Lukumi. Takes his time, waits for his options. There's none there with Yildiz, so he just pulls it back for the youngster from the Juve youth team, who's still got everything to do. One touch to settle it. Puts it on that wonderful right foot to curl it into the top corner. How about the personality show from this younger, ready from the first match of the season? What a brilliant equalizer that was. Hats off to this young man.
Bologna have thrown away that chance to get that victory over Juventus, and now it looks like Juve are on their way to another draw. This one will feel better, though. They had to scrap to get something. Thuram. Through that midfield, in towards Mbangula. Poked away from Posh. Is there a winner in this now? Kalulu. Still 2.5 minutes to go get it. Danilo will send Conceição chasing. Cook Miners is there to win the second ball.
And remember how we talked about Vincenzo Italiano ball? They live and die by the system, but maybe with a few minutes left, that's the time to play a low block and limit those kinds of counterattacks like what we just saw from Vlahovic and Juventus.
Lifted into that area. Thuram was threatening. Now Dalinga. Kalulu, though, is across him to win it back. Dalinga commits a foul. Will be a free kick. And everyone will go forward now for Juventus. Danilo will put it back into play.
Oh, Juve fans believe now. I think we've got the Juve TV commentator next to us. He's turned a shade of purple I've never seen on a human before. Someone needs to get this guy an oxygen tank.
Danilo, Thuram with a chance to go win it. Yildiz won it back, but it's a free kick to Bologna. Everyone in this stadium is on their feet and yelling at the referee. Bologna will take their time. Dan Ndoye feeling he was caught.
It looked like he was. Now look at this play from Mbangula. What a sweet finish with Alessandro Del Piero here with us and in the crowd. That's one that would make Il Capitano very happy. In the zona Del Piero.
Yildiz just loses out in possession to Posh. Bukomo will send it back into that threatening area. And Rui has to concede the throw. And Bologna want to get it back in play to create something. Bologna would have taken a point before the game, but at this point it does feel as something of a disappointment. Mbangula has to give away another throw. And surely now Bologna will want to leave it for themselves to have the last chance of the game. What a night it has been at the Allianz Stadium. Juventus coming from 2-0 down. And there is the full-time whistle. Bologna getting 2 goals from Bologna.
It had to be short.
Well, he was calling his keeper out for help. He knew it was going to get it on his head. He just needed to keep it a bit closer. They've got their success, Forest, by pushing forward. Sometimes when you get something and you're now trying to protect it, you drop too deep. Can't afford to do that.
Ugarte, Menu. Kobe Menu. The twinkle toe through. Elliot Anderson wasn't going to permit him that. Gibbs White. He in turn a little too elaborate. Fernandez. His pass was behind Rashford. Morato.
Just looked down at Nuno when Gibbs White was doing that. Wasn't best pleased.
Ahmad, Menu. Bruno Fernandez. Ahmad. Away from Williams. But not from Anderson, who's covered a lot of ground, but who ran into Mazraoui. In behind Hoyland. Minus clearance. Maguire in front of Wood. Martinez. Manchester United, the fibre and the ideas to discover a way of turning this game right round. 20 minutes to play. Premier League record coming into this. 1-1 drawn, 1 lost, 1. He said himself they are a massive club, but they are not right now a massive team. These can be days of growth. I'm sure Xerxes will soon be with us. Mazraoui is asking a lot of Højlund. So he found touch. Martinez, Menu, Ugarte. Mazraoui, Ahmad. Ugarte. Menu, Højlund, Menu, Rashford, trashed away by Murillo. Maguire needs to be wary of Wood. And here comes another red wave. Ugarte, broken up by Gibbs-White. Sliding in is Dalot, that's a good reach. Fernandes, Kobe Menu, Fernandes. Ugarte, Mazraoui, Marcus Rashford. Dalot. Rashford flicked away by Callum Hudson-Odoi, but it's just going to come back.
Yeah. Suggests that Yates just concentrates on this man now on the ball, because he's the one, the driving force has been all game. Just man-to-man, Fernandes.
Lisandro Martinez against Milenkovic. Bounced awkwardly for Williams. Ugarte. Højlund out by Milenkovic, but the pass for Gibbs-White wasn't right.
Yeah, you've got to find your man there. You've got to give your back four some sort of a rest. A back five as it is now.
Menu, Ugarte. Rashford, what a good ping. Dalot. Dallow's cross. Sims is there to greet it.
There's three centre-backs telling themselves to calm down. You've caught the ball, let's have a breather, we'll have a little walk. Xerxes ready to come on.
It looks as though Mason Mount is going to join him, and that will be all of United's changes made. Maguire. Dalot. Fernandes is the player being withdrawn. A surprise reaction from you, Lee.
Absolutely.
Xerxes for Ugarte is the other one.
Everybody's been trying to find him with the ball, whether he's just exhausted, I don't know.
Ryan Yates. Mason Mount, together with Marcus Rashford and Harry Maguire, 3 of Manchester United's substitutes 2 years ago this week, were all involved for England in a World Cup quarter-final. It was 2 years ago on Tuesday that England lost that fateful game to France in Qatar. Changes here for Forest. Anthony Elanga and Nicolas Dominguez. Maguire. Dominguez is generally an either-or with Elliot Anderson in midfield, but would be the most logical like-for-like change. And Elanga could replace either Hudson-Odoi. Jota Silva's already gone, which narrows down that option.
Well spotted.
Yeah. Mount. Ahmad, Rashford. Gibbs, White and Wood are the players who are giving way. Chris Wood having marked his 33rd birthday with a record-breaking Forest goal after Morgan Gibbs-White had given them their second advantage of the day.
That's a great header from Wood, it really is. Both played their part, that's for sure. Gibbs-White will be wondering how he got the ball in the net from where he was. That's not his problem. He set up an absolutely brilliant finish. 12 minutes to go. Too sure what's happening now. Referee tapped to his arm as if there was something in his communication system. New batteries.
Well, United are in a hurry. They want to get on with this. They were, to some extent, before that flurry of substitutions, whipping up a bit of momentum.
Well, it's the referee's assistant that's got an issue.
This is Akil Howson, who needs a recharge.
I need one of them.
On a night like tonight, when it's chilly, this is the last thing anybody needs.
Yeah, he's going to have to take his shirt off.
At least of all him, he's got to take a layer off. But this is not good for the football match. It's certainly not good for Manchester United, who need to be urgent.
Yeah, and there's the frailty at set pieces. And as I say, there's no disgrace at times to lose a goal to Arsenal. In fact, they've lost 7. Is it 7 or 11 this season?
7 in total.
7, yeah.
3 in 2 games.
I just can't get my head around that goal. I don't understand where Onana's going. And again, terrible defending in the box from United. Back in it. Fernandez looked like the driving force towards the end of this game, but he's gone off. Now something else, a head injury now.
Scott's taken that crack. It suddenly feels now as if it's been 3, 4, 5 minutes since there was any meaningful football action. There's the clash.
They just run into each other.
Shall we? Reminder, by the way, we have a 30-minute goal zone on Peacock only after this game, after United Forest has finished. That's just on Peacock. All of the goals from the day's Premier League action. Our Sunday coverage begins with Premier League mornings at 8 o'clock Eastern on USA, ahead of Leicester Brighton at 9, followed by the big one on the weekend, Spurs-Chelsea at 11:30 Eastern. And there are 2 matches at 9 on Peacock. That's Ipswich-Bournemouth and Fulham versus Arsenal.
They need another warm-up in a minute, the players. They're standing around now for about 6 minutes. There is a blood injury. He's got a bloodied nose. He doesn't want to go off. What's the rules, I'm afraid?
A very disjointed stop-start.
As you said, it will only suit Forest if they go on and win this game. It can work either way. Just drop your concentration levels. United, as you said, we're building up a head of steam.
Hudson-Odoi beaten to it by Maguire, who gave it back. Oh, that's Anderson's back pass, and Højlund would have been onto it, but for Marino's sharp action.
Yeah, he just changed his mind at the moment of impact.
Taken out by Morato. Anderson couldn't progress. It's all pretty fraught now. Nottingham Forest teasingly close to a result of generational importance to them. Victory at Old Trafford potentially for the first time in 30 years. Manchester United very obviously in urgent need of something out of this. Marcus Rashford. Dalot!
Very difficult to score from there. Unless you just park it into that far corner, but 6 minutes to go or so. Plus, there must be about 7 or 8 minutes, surely. Extra time. Keep coming to the ball. Somebody's got a spin in the hole. Rashford just almost tried to run into the hole, but didn't get it.
Spot by Maguire, and is more than happy to let it go out. And so for Ruben Amorim, the prospect here of successive defeats in the Premier League. Feather it would be in the woolly hat of Nuno Espirito Santo if he were to pull this one off. He actually lost his job at Spurs off the back of defeat against Manchester United in October of 2021. His record against them: 1-2, drawn 3, lost 3, so he can even it up here if he holds on to this narrow advantage to take Forest into the top 5. Mount, Dalot, Xerxes strong, Dalot against Yates and behind for a corner.
Yeah, he's a willing runner, isn't he, Dalot? He's done well there.
Manchester United do have to load it up. And Mount goes deep, and Martinez wins the header, and Sells wins the catch. Down on his haunches and down on his luck. Next for Manchester United, a trip to the Czech Republic on Thursday in the Europa League to play Victoria Poulsen. And then next Sunday, it's the Manchester derby. What a engrossing dynamic there'll be for that game, given City's issues and United's. Game for footballing agony aunts. Martinez. Mazraoui. Ahmad. Xerxes. Mainu. Dallow's ball in. Out as far as Ahmad, who got a beautifully pure connection, but thrust it into the crowd. Here's Mazraoui. Ahmad again. Held up by Williams. Squirted out of play for a Manchester United throw.
Well, there was enough bodies in the box to get a block on it. It was a good strike. Not an easy hit. That's a really clear cut for United.
Martinez, Xerxes, Højlund. Poked away by Aina. Got it back from Alanga. Aina. Alanga's on the dash. Martinez got across. Nottingham Forest defence here is blanket.
The three centre-backs have been really close together. United, no space in between them. The wind's playing havoc with anything over the top as well.
Taro Awoniyi scored on this ground very, very early. Inside the first couple of minutes on Forest's last visit last season when they went on to lose 3-2. He's got to come on for the final seconds here, plus stoppage time. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi who gives way to him. Hasn't been as in the thick of it this season, Awoniyi, as he has in previous years. Only started twice in the Premier League, which is not a concern of those Forest fans now, dancing in the corner, as they have not for 3 decades. In by Murillo, out by Højlund, taken by Xerxes, poked up towards Rashford. Mount's going in there. Ahmad. Mazraoui. There'll be loads of stoppage time. We'll find out just how much any second now. It's 7 minutes of Progressive Insurance stoppage time. Here's Dalot for Manchester United. Diogo Dalot, extravagant and high.
Well, the space was there for him to go into, and then he just lost his head a little bit. He's had a good game though. Stretford End not too happy with the shot, but he has been pushing down this left-hand side the whole game. Did you say earlier that Gary Neville came on for Chelsea in this game?
It is an interesting one. There must have been a reason.
2-1 down, and Gary Neville came on for Chelsea.
He
just
did.
Just say that again.
Say that again. And that was the great Alex Ferguson. There must have been a plan. And Gary was fundamental to it. In 1994.
He'd have been a pup then, wouldn't he?
He was 19. Just his 6th game in the Premier League. Mainu. First on the road this season. If they hold on here, will have won at Liverpool, drawn at Brighton, drawn at Chelsea, and now potentially won at Old Trafford. Their last 2 away games actually appear to be bringing them crashing back down to earth. Well beaten at Arsenal, well beaten in the week at Manchester City. But they're on the cusp of a premium victory, but Højlund no.
So they've not been great in this second half, been disjointed. Fair play to Forest. Half-time team talk must have done them a world of good, because they came out with a bit more fire in the bellies. Obviously that mistake from Fernandes and the goal from Gibbs-White really changed the game.
Pumped long by Onana. Up got Dalot. In goes Højlund. Out comes Murillo. Martinez. Mashraoui. Ahmad, he was looking to skin his full-back again. Left Williams in his wake, and with a yellow card to his name.
There's no way ball and man was going past him.
United obliged to make this count. Mason Mount will take. Martinez is in there. Maguire is in there. Xerxes in there, of course. Looking for a hole in the blanket Forest defence. In urgent search of a point.